Hello everyone and welcome to Iracing. This is my first time playing the game and we're starting it off in the NASCAR truck series at Daytona, and hopefully it all goes well. Now as you can see, I am a rookie. I don't get the best start possible. I could have got a lot closer to the blue car in front, but I'm going to try to manage this race as much as I possibly can and maybe grab a few positions like the thumbnail says. Now fortunately for me, I live in the great land of America where I understand the basics of NASCAR. What I don't understand is the basics of how to turn left. See, this game feels very different from Race Room, and that is a lot to get used to as I spinalla the first turn immediately. Of course, when most people do this, they will either completely give up, as you can see me struggling with the 800 raw horsepowers and cold slick tires to get this car back straight, but I decided to send it, and we cut back to the end of the lap to a surprising scene that I believe half of the field is in the pit lane for some unknown reason. I couldn't really tell. I didn't know there was a replay system during this time, so unfortunately I can't go back and see what happened, but I'm guessing a major accident as I've just taken half of the field back for crashing too early. Now nothing much goes on this lap, so we're going to skip to the end of it where I believe 3 people are coming out of the pit lane, maybe, or yes, 3 people coming out. I try not to interfere with them too much as they do have to take the first turn on the underside of the track before they can come up. It's kind of annoying, but it makes sense because this game is supposed to simulate real life. But of course, it'd be no fun if I just passed them, so I do slow down a little bit, maybe try to have a race with them, as you can see here. The car behind me is a lap down, but you know, why not work together? Maybe try to do a little bit of racing and maybe get some draft off each other to get back to the main pack if there is one. I try to run a little bit low to just keep them aware that we are still in a race, and we do start going side by side into the final corner. Now if this was any other series besides a NASCAR series, I think I would have handled this a lot better, but it is very difficult to handle driving side by side on this bumpy left-hand turn and trying to not run too high while also not running too low and getting caught by the underside of the track and pulling another big spin. But we do manage to pull it off for a decent amount of time. As you see, we get loose there, and unfortunately we do lose it, but we barely just missed the wall. Now there is another unfortunate thing to mention, that I somehow got a black flag for speeding in the pits while I was spinning out. And that was a little bit annoying. As we're going to speed up here, you can see that you do have to go on the underside of the track for the entire first turn to build up speed. And it's not too bad, but it does get annoying when you're trying to run several laps in practice or qualifying. On the bright side of that spin, we meet this group of 3 cars which are also a lap down and are very lively. As you can see, they all nearly died. They won't last long, but no, it's good to get some racing into the video and not just have me running laps by myself. So we do use the bottom groove and the draft of the green car to get up close to the rest of the pack. As you can see, the front lead car was trying to pull away. But the thing I noticed about all these cars is they have severe damage to aerodynamics, so I will beat them in any straight line race there is. As you see, it's so easy to catch up to them, and even the green car can pass. Oh my. Yeah, they can all pass each other, as there's nothing left for them to race. All their trucks are completely destroyed. But on the right side of that crash, that means there's only me and this green truck in front of me, and it's going to be a pretty easy overtake as he's driving the world's most deformed truck. I'm just trying to be nice, give him a little bump draft. Maybe we can both reach the finish line together if we don't hit each other. And I tried to make a move around the outside. No, help him get a draft since he needs it a lot more than me, as you can see from his car condition. And we do get the pass done, and we try to come back down to the inside, and it is a very successful move. I believe when we started this race, we were somewhere between 15th and 20th, and we'll see at whatever lap this is. Sorry for the lack of UI, but we are in P5 out of some miracle from everyone bottling it and everyone else being a full lap down besides the other top 4 cars. Now we're just going to fast forward through this lap as nothing much happens. The car behind us can't really keep up. And I do believe this lap I decided to try to come in and serve this black flag, as I thought it was the end of the race, or I really hoped it was, as I have no way of telling. The UI in this game is hard to understand. But nope, not this lap. I do believe it is the next lap I come in. as the game reminds me I am now in 4th position somehow, and I still need to serve that 1-minute penalty, which can't be too bad, as we come here to serve it, and we somehow do Spinala the entry of the pits. As you can see, second gear does not like me, and I do not like these tires, as they just don't feel good for me personally. But we do drive to our pit box thinking it is the end of the race. I hope it was. I, again, have no way of telling. I'm just going to assume it is, as I see a white flag and a checkered flag, and so I'm just hoping that that was it, and that I made a comeback from whatever place to 4th, and I think that's pretty decent. And I hope I really did, because I even have some proof here. It says press or hold to reset, and that's pretty convincing that you finished. So at the end of it all, we finished either P4 or maybe P6, depending on how long it took them to complete that final lap. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and do subscribe. Goodbye.